you are about to see is based on a true story. It's about a team of McDonald's managers who are faced with a mysterious problem at their restaurant. A problem that develops slowly, quietly, almost unnoticed, until it finally emerged in the form of lower sales, slipping morale, and customer satisfaction going down instead of up. This program is also about leadership. The skill it takes to find the real problem, look it squarely in the eye, and make the changes needed to solve it, including the most difficult change you as a McDonald's manager will ever have to make: changing yourself. Our story begins on a cool and cloudy afternoon. The lunch rush is just beginning. Business is brisk, but something is wrong. It seems quiet, almost subdued. The restaurant has the atmosphere of a gathering storm. The crew can feel it, and so can the customers.
Oh, something's missing around here. The people aren't as friendly as they used to be, and the food isn't always hot.
I remember coming in here and walking straight up to the counter any time of the day. Now it seems you have to wait.
It's hard to put your finger on it, but the service just isn't, personal.
Clearly, something had changed in the last few months, and the problem didn't go unnoticed by the crew.
We used to have more experienced people during rush periods. Now with the new people, I barely have time to breathe.
Someone's on your back lately for every little mistake. And that's why people are quitting. Between you and me, I've been checking out other places. There are other jobs out there.
I don't know what the deal is. Working here is not fun.
When the restaurant manager first noticed that sales were below projection and customer satisfaction wasn't improving, she told her assistants to focus on crew performance. They emphasized QSC and the need to meet standards. They pointed out mistakes and urged everyone to be more friendly. But the improvements were small and didn't last.
It's hard to say exactly what's going on. Things just aren't happening the way they should. Service is okay, but not great. And I keep telling people to smile and be friendly, but it's not working.
Hey, I've been working harder than ever lately. Coming in early, going home late, keeping an eye on new people. Because I'm a manager, they think I'll hang in there.
I don't understand it. It seems like we're busier than ever, but sales and profits are down. We have lost a few good people lately, but we keep hiring new people, and our labor's right on target. It's just hard to find people who are motivated these days.
Hey, Julie, we have a customer complaint at the front counter.
Okay, I'll be right there. It's been 2 years now, and I thought managing was going to get easier. But it seems like I keep fighting the same battles over and over.
Julie and her management team continued to focus on crew performance, but customer satisfaction didn't get any better. Julie became more and more frustrated, and that led to even more problems.
Brian, I asked you to have the safety plan on my desk this morning. You know how important it is.
I know, but Sandy didn't show up last night, so I had to cover the front counter. I didn't have time to finish it.
That's no excuse. When I tell you I want something done, I expect it to be done. Maybe you should have come in early today.
Sorry, I'll finish it right away.
Short tempers, people not showing up for work, more and more stress, clear signs that attempts to solve the problem are not working. So what's the answer? With any problem, the first step is to trace back to the real cause, not just focus on the symptoms. For example, in this case, sales are lower than projected and customers are not satisfied. But the question is, why? Well, service is slower and not as friendly as it should be. But again, what's the reason for that? Primarily, there aren't enough well-trained crew people because several experienced people recently quit. That's an important clue. But the question is, why did these people leave? Are there conflicts with other employees? Are they getting better offers someplace else? Or do they simply feel taken for granted? For Julie and her managers, the root problem remains a mystery. To solve it, two key questions must be answered. One, how did it start? And two, what steps must be taken to turn things around? In the next segment, you'll see what happened at Julie's restaurant, including a revelation that helps the management team come to grips with the real problem. Stop the tape. and take a few minutes to develop your own ideas about what or who is causing the manager's mystery. If you had to describe the management style at Julie's restaurant, it would be directive, somewhat distant and by the book. For example, the team's reaction to the problem with sales and customer satisfaction was to remind everyone about meeting standards. Although this approach seemed to be successful in the past, it rarely worked today, especially over the long run. The world is changing. Both employees and customers have different needs and expectations. Crew people want to be treated as individuals. They want a chance to use their brains and abilities on the job, not just perform like robots. They also demand respect and want to be recognized for their efforts. And they won't hesitate to go somewhere else if they feel ignored or taken for granted. Today's customers also are demanding more than ever before. They have high expectations for service and food quality. They want personalized service. That's a key ingredient that keeps people coming back. Since employee attitudes directly affect customer treatment, the way you treat your crew is often the key to improving customer service. In short, better customer care starts with better employee care. And in some cases, learning that lesson can be a bit painful.
Man, do you believe Julie lately? She jumped all over me because I didn't have the safety plan ready this morning.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I mean, we're breaking our backs around here lately trying to meet our goals, and she's worried about when some plan is on her desk.
I know, it's been crazy.
And all I hear is, can you come in early? Can you work a little extra? We've got to hit our profit projections.
Yeah, no wonder we've lost some people.
When performance isn't what it should be, finding the reason can be quite a mystery, especially when you're part of the problem. When faced with the need to increase sales and customer satisfaction, Julie and her management team fell back on an old technique. Get tough and demand better performance. It seemed to work in the past, but it sure wasn't working now. In fact, it was making things worse. The ultimate test of leadership for any manager is the ability to admit weaknesses and take steps to improve your own performance.
I heard Brian and Gina talking a few minutes ago. They seem pretty upset with the way things are going around here. Have they talked to you about it?
No, not really. I have heard a few negative comments from the crew, though.
What kind of comments?
Oh, you know. People working longer shifts, people not getting along, managers jumping on every little mistake.
Really? Do you think I've been coming down too hard on people lately?
Well, since you asked, you have been criticizing people for little mistakes, telling people what to do instead of asking, things like that. I don't know. Maybe we need to be more positive.
Well, we need to do something, because what we're doing now isn't working. The crew's unhappy, and I'm really at a loss about what to do.
Maybe we'll figure it out at the management by coaching seminar. That's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tuesday. I suppose there might be some new ideas.
Well, maybe we ought to review MDP 2 and 3. They have a lot of good material on problem solving and management skills.
Not a bad idea. Thanks, Diane. I appreciate your being honest.
No problem.
While attending the seminar on coaching, Julie and her management team did get some new ideas. First, they discovered that other store managers had experienced some of the same problems they were having, such as low customer satisfaction and losing good employees. They also learned that 100% total customer satisfaction is not just another program. It's the way we do business.
To summarize, achieving 100% total customer satisfaction involves meeting customer standards in a number of key areas. Delivering hot, fresh products, no exceptions. Filling orders accurately, the first time, every time. Handling complaints quickly and with a smile. Treating each customer as a friend or valued guest, and delivering quick, hassle-free service, and giving personalized, impressive service with the extra attention and friendliness that makes customers feel special. But setting the standards is only the first step. The next step is even more important. As managers, you need to empower your people to meet these standards. Now, that involves two important activities. First, empowerment. It means training and motivating your people to meet customer standards. And second, empowerment means giving them the authority to solve problems, to fix it now, the authority to do whatever it takes to satisfy the customer. But here's a key point. To empower your people, you may have to change too. You can't just tell people what to do. That's not enough. You have to set the example. As a leader, you have to be more of a coach with your people, someone who inspires and motivates, and less of a director who just tells people what to do. Now, you know that just won't cut it these days. Think about it as if you were coaching a sports team. Your main job is to bring out the best in each one of your players, to provide encouragement and enthusiasm, to show the right way to do things, and to build a positive atmosphere to work in, a fun atmosphere, a place where people feel important, where they want to give 110% for the team. And that's what coaching is all about. It's about getting out where the action is and making things happen. Showing confidence in your people and making them feel good about what they're doing. That's what it takes to reach 100% total customer satisfaction. Now, becoming a good coach isn't something you do overnight. It takes some skill. For example, let's look at one key area, improving performance. What do you do when your people aren't performing up to standards? Now, if I could have a volunteer from the group, I'd like to demonstrate how to give feedback in a way that will empower your people to do a better job. Okay. Julie, why don't you be our first volunteer? The volunteer system, it never fails. Okay, Julie, I'd like you to play the role of a counter person in your restaurant, someone that's not performing up to standards. Do you have anyone like that at your restaurant?
Of course not.
Okay, good. Now, I want you to show me how you would greet a customer. Remember, this is someone that's not doing the job. Go ahead.
Can I help you?
Okay, now, I'll role play a coach giving you feedback. And now, everyone watch for techniques as we go along. Julie, can we talk for a couple minutes?
Sure.
I was watching you serve customers earlier today, and I'd just like to talk to you about what I observed.
Okay, shoot.
Well, you get the orders together very quickly. I know the customers appreciate that. And you concentrate on getting every order correct. That's very important.
Thanks.
What I didn't see was a smile each time you greet the customers. And you don't look them in the eye very often. Is there a particular reason for that?
Well, we get so busy sometimes, I don't have time to think about it.
I understand. It does get very busy here at times. But you know, a personal greeting is very important to our customers.
I suppose.
Let's try this. Pretend I'm the counter person and you're the customer for a minute. Hi. How are you today? What can I get for you? Now, that's all there is to it. Do you see any difference?
Sure, it does feel more personal.
Now, you try it, and I'll be the customer. Now, you don't have to use those exact words, but I want you to look me in the eye and smile.
Hi, it's great to see you today. What would you like?
Great. Perfect. Now, do you think you can do that from now on?
When I have time.
It takes less than a second to smile and give an individual greeting to every customer. Is there anything I can do to help you get into the habit?
Well, maybe you could remind me. I just don't think about it all the time.
No problem. We'll see how you do on your next few shifts and let you know how you're doing.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for helping, Julie. Let's give her a hand, huh? The key point to remember when you're giving feedback is to make it personal. You can't just say, hey, everybody, smile more. You have to treat each person individually. That's the key to being a good coach. Now, let's look at another area.
During the remainder of the seminar, Julie and her management team picked up a number of good tips on coaching, ideas they could use back at the restaurant. For example, the need to get out where the action is and work shoulder to shoulder with crew people, to focus on what your people do well, not just point out mistakes, to be quick to offer praise, and be patient as people learn new skills, to give positive, constructive feedback when they do make mistakes, and reward people who improve. But perhaps the most important element when coaching is treating your employees as individuals, making every crew member the center of your attention, understanding their individual skills and abilities, and paying attention to their needs. That means listening to people, asking for ideas, making everyone feel like an important member of the McDonald's team. These are only some of the things you can do to improve your coaching ability. But as Julie found out, it doesn't happen overnight.
Diane, it's not easy to change old habits. The more I practice, the better I feel. It really seems to be paying off. The management team feels better too. We're working better with our crew on customer standards, and I really think the customers are seeing improvements as we go along. I can see that to keep your people motivated over the long run, you can't just demand good performance, and you can't take it for granted that your best people will always come through for you. You've got to maintain a positive atmosphere. Encourage people to think for themselves and solve problems when they come up, so that they really feel like they're contributing. That's what keeps people motivated.
Think about the mysterious problems that come up at your restaurant. Are they always someone else's fault? Maybe you need to check your own style. Are you a manager who always directs, or a manager who coaches, encourages, and empowers? Do you take a personal interest in your people? Do you really listen to what they tell you? Do you offer enough positive feedback? Do you delegate jobs? Do you follow up and reward good performance? If you don't do these things consistently, the only real mystery may be, when are you going to change?
Thinking about myself as a coach helped to remind me what my job really is. And it's not really a mystery. My job is to focus on my people. If I treat my people like they're special, they'll treat the customers the same way. So the real key to achieving 100% total customer satisfaction is 100% employee satisfaction. And that's what coaching is all about.